The lake's malevolent secret. In the remote village of Grimbrook, nestled amidst towering trees and encircled by a gloomy mist, lay a lake shrouded in mystery and dread. Locals whispered tales of an ancient monster lurking beneath its murky waters, a creature said to be the embodiment of all their fears and nightmares. For generations, the villagers had avoided the lake, fearing the wrath of the elusive creature that had claimed the lives of their ancestors. The legend had become a cautionary tale, a dark reminder of the dangers that lay hidden within the waters. One fateful evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, a group of adventurous youths gathered at the edge of the lake. Brimming with excitement and curiosity, they dared one another to test the veracity of the legend. Ignoring the warnings of the elders, they ventured onto a creaky wooden dock that extended over the lake's surface. The waters seemed tranquil, reflecting the haunting moonlight. With nervous laughter, they dismissed the tales of the monster as mere superstitions. But as they taunted the lake with daring chants, an unsettling silence settled over the area. The air grew heavy, and the waters began to ripple with an unknown force. Panic surged within the group as they realized the monstrous legend might not be just a myth. Without warning, a massive creature emerged from the depths of the lake, an abomination of scales and claws, its eyes ablaze with malevolence. The youths froze in terror, their voices lost in the night's silence. The monstrous entity wasted no time, striking with incredible speed and precision. The first victim screamed as the creature's razor-sharp claws pierced through their flesh. Panic ensued as the rest attempted to escape the lake's grasp. But the creature was relentless, its hunger for blood insatiable. As the night wore on, Grimbrook was plunged into chaos and despair. The villagers, awakened by the terrified cries, witnessed the horror that had befallen their youth. Panic spread like wildfire, and the legend of the monster in the lake came to life, a chilling reality that had finally revealed itself. In the following days, the village fell into a state of mourning and terror. Fear hung like a heavy fog over Grimbrook, and the lake became a forbidden realm, a place where death lurked in the waters. Amidst the anguish, a voice of reason emerged, Eleanor, the village's oldest resident, and a wise woman rumored to possess knowledge of the ancient curses that plagued Grimbrook. She spoke of an ancient pact, a promise made with dark forces to protect the village, a pact that had now been broken. With newfound determination, Eleanor sought answers in the village's archives. She uncovered the story of a cursed lake, a place once revered and protected, but corrupted by greed and desperation. Centuries ago, the village's ancestors had made a pact with malevolent entities to ensure prosperity and protection. In exchange, the villagers offered a yearly tribute to the lake, a practice that had been long forgotten. Eleanor realized that the creature's emergence was a consequence of the village's negligence, a reminder of the darkness that lay dormant beneath their complacency. Armed with this knowledge, Eleanor confronted the lake, summoning all her courage and ancient wisdom. She offered a sincere plea to the malevolent forces, promising to restore the village's commitment to the ancient pact. In the eerie stillness of the night, the lake responded, the waters stilled, and the monstrous entity submerged once again. Grimbrook's fate seemed to hang in the balance, as Eleanor awaited a sign from the ancient forces. With a shudder that reverberated through the lake, the waters glowed with an ethereal light. The malevolent entity had accepted Eleanor's plea, and the curse began to recede. Grimbrook breathed a collective sigh of relief as the lake's malevolent secret was contained once more. The village vowed to honor the ancient pact, to remember the legend of the monster in the lake, and to protect the village from darkness and greed. The tale of Grimbrook's haunting ordeal would forever remain etched in the villagers' memories, a chilling reminder of the dangers of breaking promises made to ancient malevolence. And as the years passed, the village would continue to revere the lake, respecting its depths and the secrets that lay hidden beneath its surface. The haunting of Midnightville. In the heart of the mist-covered mountains, hidden from the outside world, lay Midnightville, a city cursed by an ancient malevolence that had plagued its inhabitants for centuries. Once a bustling metropolis, Midnightville now stood shrouded in darkness. its streets eerily empty, and its buildings whispered tales of despair. The curse had its roots in an age-old legend involving a powerful sorceress named Evelyn, who had been betrayed and forsaken by the city's rulers. Seeking revenge, she invoked dark forces to lay waste to Midnightville. But her malevolent magic rebounded, entwining her soul with the very city she sought to destroy. From that day forth, the city became a realm of terror and dread. Midnightville's streets were cloaked in perpetual darkness, and its inhabitants lived in perpetual fear, knowing that any misstep could incur the wrath of the curse. The curse manifested in ghastly apparitions, haunting the abandoned buildings and lurking in the shadows. The once vibrant cityscape now wore a desolate and decrepit facade, haunted by the echoes of sorrow and suffering. Among the few remaining inhabitants was Amelia, a young woman with an unyielding determination to break the curse's hold. She had lost her family to the curse, and vengeance burned within her heart. Amelia delved into the city's dark history, seeking answers in ancient tomes and mystical artifacts. Her research led her to a dilapidated mansion, once the home of Evelyn herself. With trembling steps, Amelia entered the mansion, its creaking floors and flickering candles creating an eerie atmosphere. As she explored the mansion's hidden chambers, she discovered Evelyn's spellbook, a powerful relic that held the key to breaking the curse. But as she held the spellbook, the mansion seemed to come alive with malevolent spirits. The cursed city fought back, unleashing nightmarish visions and spectral apparitions to deter her. Undeterred, Amelia pressed on, deciphering the cryptic incantations that could free Midnightville from the curse's clutches. With each passing hour, the curse's grip tightened, and Amelia felt the malevolence seeping into her very soul. As the clock struck midnight, Amelia recited the ancient ritual, her voice trembling with determination. The mansion shook, and the walls bled shadows. The curse fought back, desperate to maintain its hold on the city and its inhabitants. But Amelia's resolve was unwavering. In a surge of power, she shattered the curse's malevolence, severing the bond between Evelyn's spirit and the cursed city. The darkness lifted, and Midnightville was bathed in a radiant light. The inhabitants ventured out from their hiding places, their faces filled with wonder and relief as the curse's hold dissipated. As the morning sun rose over Midnightville, the city's transformation was nothing short of miraculous. Once decaying buildings now stood restored, and the streets were bustling with life once again. Amelia had broken the curse, but she knew the malevolence could never truly be eradicated. The legend of Evelyn and the cursed city would live on as a chilling tale, a reminder that even the most malevolent forces could be conquered through courage, determination, and the desire for a brighter future. And so, Midnightville emerged from the shadows, forever changed by the haunting curse that had once ruled its existence. The city's inhabitants now lived free from fear, but they would never forget the terrifying legacy of the cursed city, a testament to the enduring power of darkness and the resilience of the human spirit. The haunting rails of Midnight Express amidst the rolling hills and dense forests, there existed an old, forgotten railway line known as the Midnight Express. It had once been a bustling route, transporting passengers to distant destinations, but its glory had faded with time, leaving it a mere memory of the past. One fateful night, a group of curious travelers decided to embark on a nostalgic journey aboard the Midnight Express. Drawn by the allure of adventure and the mysteries of the past, they boarded the vintage train, unaware of the chilling encounters that awaited them. As the train rumbled to life, the travelers marveled at the rustic charm of the vintage carriages. The windows revealed glimpses of the moonlit landscape, casting eerie shadows that danced along the walls. But as the train chugged deeper into the night, an unnatural cold seemed to seep through the carriages. The air took on an otherworldly chill, and the travelers exchanged uneasy glances. As they ventured through the empty compartments, they noticed faint, ethereal apparitions occupying the seats. Transparent figures of passengers from long ago sat motionless, their eyes hollow and haunted. The train's whistle echoed through the night, and the chilling specters turned their gaze upon the living. A sense of foreboding filled the air as the travelers realized they were not alone. The ghosts of the deceased passengers seemed to peer into their souls, a silent testimony to their unfinished business. One traveler, Alex, mustered the courage to approach the ghostly figures. The apparitions stared back, their eyes holding tales of tragedy and longing. Alex sensed that these spirits were bound to the Midnight Express, unable to find peace in the afterlife. As the train thundered through the night, the travelers learned the haunting stories of the deceased passengers. Each ghost had met a tragic end on the Midnight Express, leaving behind unresolved regrets and unfulfilled dreams. Among the spirits was Emily, a young woman who had been on the cusp of starting a new life before tragedy struck. Another was Samuel, a veteran who had returned from war, only to meet his demise on the ill-fated train. The travelers felt a deep sense of empathy for the ghostly passengers, their hearts heavy with the weight of their untold stories. They knew they had to help these souls find closure and release them from the confines of the Midnight Express. Determined to uncover the truth, the travelers searched the old train for clues. They discovered an ancient journal hidden in a forgotten compartment, revealing the story of a malevolent conductor who had cursed the Midnight Express, trapping the souls of the deceased on board. With newfound understanding, the travelers set out to break the curse and liberate the spirits. They gathered in the heart of the train, where the conductor's malevolence had left an indelible mark. In a gripping confrontation, they faced the malevolent conductor, his ethereal form seething with anger and resentment. The travelers spoke of the soul's pain and suffering, appealing to the conductor's humanity and desire for redemption. In an emotional moment, the conductor's malevolence wavered, and a glimmer of remorse shone in his eyes. He realized the weight of his actions and the suffering he had caused. With a final surge of determination, the travelers confronted the curse head-on, using the ancient journal to recite a powerful incantation. The Midnight Express trembled as the curse was broken, and a bright light enveloped the train. As the light faded, the travelers found themselves alone on the narrow-stored Midnight Express. The apparitions had vanished, leaving behind a sense of peace that permeated the air. The travelers knew they had achieved something extraordinary that night. They had not only experienced the chilling encounters with the ghosts of the past, but had also helped free the souls from their spectral prison. The legend of the haunting rails of the Midnight Express would forever remain etched in their memories, a tale of courage, empathy, and redemption. And as the old train continued its journey into the night, the travelers felt a sense of connection to the past, knowing that the spirits of the deceased passengers had found solace in the afterlife, forever grateful for the travelers who had set them free. Sanctuary of Madness. In the heart of the city, shrouded in a veil of mist and mystery, stood an old psychiatric hospital known as Sanctuary Asylum. Once a place of refuge and healing, it had fallen into disrepair, its crumbling walls and dark history contributing to the eerie atmosphere that surrounded it. Dr. Elizabeth Harper, a renowned psychiatrist, took over the asylum with a vision to rehabilitate the patients and offer them a chance at a new life. She was compassionate, determined to provide the best care possible to those suffering from mental illness. However, upon her arrival, Dr. Harper sensed an underlying tension within the asylum's walls. The patients seemed agitated, and the staff whispered of strange occurrences, muffled cries, slamming doors, and inexplicable shadows that seemed to dart along the corridors. As the days passed, the patients' behavior grew increasingly erratic. Their therapy sessions became intense and unpredictable, as if something unseen was manipulating their emotions and thoughts. Dr. Harper felt a sense of unease, questioning her own sanity as she struggled to understand the mounting chaos. One night, as a thunderstorm raged outside, the asylum descended into utter mayhem. The patients erupted in a frenzy, escaping from their rooms and terrorizing the staff. Doors creaked open as if guided by an invisible hand, and the halls echoed with eerie laughter and chilling cries. Dr. Harper and the staff tried to restore order, but the patients seemed driven by an inexplicable malevolence. They formed an unsettling alliance, united by a force that transcended their individual struggles. The asylum became a battleground of the mind, as the patients manifested their inner demons in the physical world. Dr. Harper desperately tried to understand the source of the madness, fearing that some malevolent presence had taken hold of the patients' vulnerable minds. As the night wore on, the asylum transformed into a nightmarish realm. Patients revealed eerie insights into each other's pasts, secrets buried deep within their psyches, causing tensions to escalate. In the midst of the chaos, Dr. Harper uncovered an old diary belonging to a former patient named Emily, who had suffered from severe schizophrenia. The pages spoke of a malevolent entity known as the Phantom Mind, a dark force that fed on fear and despair, driving patients to the brink of insanity. As Dr. Harper delved deeper into Emily's story, she realized that the asylum's dark history was tied to this malevolent presence. The Phantom Mind had been confined within the asylum's walls, feeding on the fears and vulnerabilities of its occupants. With newfound determination, Dr. Harper sought to confront the malevolent force head-on. She rallied the staff and remaining patients, guiding them in an unconventional therapy session that aimed to confront the Phantom Mind. In a climactic showdown of wills, the asylum's inhabitants faced their deepest fears, challenging the malevolence that had taken root within their minds. Dr. Harper's unwavering compassion and understanding acted as a beacon of light, drawing the patients away from the clutches of darkness. As the storm outside subsided, a sense of tranquility descended upon Sanctuary Asylum. The Phantom Mind had been vanquished, its malevolent presence banished from the asylum forever. The patients, now freed from the clutches of the malevolence, began their journey toward healing and recovery. Dr. Harper continued her work, determined to provide a safe haven for those in need, recognizing that the human mind could be both fragile and resilient in the face of darkness. The story of Sanctuary of Madness would become a cautionary tale, a chilling reminder of the thin line between sanity and madness and the importance of empathy, compassion, and understanding in the realm of psychiatric care. And as the asylum stood tall once again, its walls echoing with the laughter and hope of its inhabitants, it remained a symbol of resilience and transformation, a sanctuary of healing in the face of darkness. The arrival of the inhuman. In the dead of night, a strange and ominous object streaked across the sky, crashing into a remote part of the countryside. The news of the mysterious event spread like wildfire, capturing the attention of the world. As governments and scientists scrambled to investigate, the people of Earth held their breath, unaware of the impending menace that lurked within the wreckage. Unbeknownst to the world, the crash site housed a spacecraft carrying a sinister extraterrestrial force. These beings were unlike anything humanity had ever encountered, cold and inhuman, driven by malevolent intentions. They were a species of conquerors, seeking new planets to enslave and exploit. In a remote research facility, Dr. Emily Roberts, an astrophysicist with an insatiable curiosity, was chosen to lead a team of scientists tasked with studying the alien technology. Her excitement was tempered by a sense of foreboding as she delved into the unknown. As they examined the wreckage, strange symbols adorned the alien craft, seemingly conveying a warning of an impending threat. The atmosphere within the facility became tense as the team realized the implications of the cryptic messages. In the days that followed, reports of inexplicable occurrences began to spread. Crops withered in the fields, livestock fell ill, and whispers of strange lights and eerie sounds filled the air. Panic and fear swept through the world, and governments struggled to maintain order. In a daring attempt to communicate with the aliens, Dr. Roberts and her team activated an alien communication device. A static-filled transmission resonated from the speakers, but it held no clear message, only an unsettling sense of malevolence. The communication attempt seemed to awaken the alien menace, triggering a series of bizarre events. People reported seeing shadowy figures lurking in the corners of their vision, and eerie apparitions haunted their dreams. It was as if the aliens had infiltrated the very fabric of Earth, spreading terror among the population. As days turned into weeks, It became clear that the aliens' intentions were far from peaceful. Reports of abductions and mysterious disappearances flooded the news. The aliens were harvesting humans, abducting them to an unknown fate, a fate that filled the hearts of the remaining population with dread. In the midst of the chaos, Dr. Roberts uncovered a chilling truth: the alien menace was capable of infiltrating human bodies, taking on their appearance, and wreaking havoc from within. No one could be trusted, as friends and loved ones might hide an insidious secret. Desperate to find a way to counter the alien threat, Dr. Roberts turned to the enigmatic messages left on the alien craft. As she pieced together the symbols, a horrifying revelation emerged: the aliens fed on fear, driving on the terror they instilled in their victims. With newfound clarity, Dr. Roberts realized that the key to defeating the alien menace lay in unity and courage. The human race needed to stand strong against the invaders, facing their fears head-on. In a heart-pounding showdown, the people of Earth rallied together, confronting the alien invaders with bravery and resilience. Dr. Roberts devised a plan to use human emotions against the aliens, amplifying feelings of hope, love, and courage. As the world held its breath, the final battle ensued. In a climactic struggle, the alien menace was overwhelmed by the strength of human spirit. Their sinister presence began to wane, their ability to strike fear diminishing. In a blinding flash of light, the alien craft disappeared, leaving the world to recover from the aftermath of the invasion. Dr. Roberts and her team were hailed as heroes, but the memory of the alien menace would forever linger, a chilling reminder of the existence of unknown forces lurking in the cosmos. The story of the alien menace would become a legend, a testament to the resilience of humanity in the face of otherworldly malevolence. And as the stars shimmered in the night sky, the people of Earth remained vigilant, knowing that they were not alone in the vast expanse of the universe.